Hey, what's up, guys? King J coming to you live from hell. And, Captain's Log. Hello, YouTubes. I want to talk about Chris Chan. Christine Weston Chandler. And if you don't know about this individual, I'm not gonna go into detail about the backstory. I mean, I could go all day. If you want to see a comprehensive history about Chris, I recommend Geno Samuel's comprehensive history about Chris Chan. That I mean, I haven't even gone all the way into that. Sometimes I can't, and it's not just the cringe. It's just sad. It's just depressing, and I don't like my mind to go there, all the time. Definitely not. But I do find it important, for me at least, to kind of just see uh what's going on in Christine's life, right? Because, like, in a lot of ways, I mean, I felt like a weird kid growing up. I was into Pokemon. I was into making comics and cartoons and all this stuff. But Chris, somebody with high functioning autism and a plethora of issues at home, grows up and has all these trolls literally trying to destroy their life, which I've never seen before. I've never seen stories like this. People pretending to be girls, having virtual sex for months just to destroy this guy's life, and none of it was ever funny. None of it ever was worth it. I never understood that. I really never understood that. But we fast forward to today, and there's like just horrible news. There was a leaked conversation where Chris was talking about having a relationship with his own mother, sexual and everything. And his mother is old and has dementia, so she's unaware. So it's illegal on front. There's the incest, and then you add the elder abuse. Horrible case to be happening. And I guess before I'd have a lot of sympathy for Christine, but now, I mean, yes, I do believe that there's a lot of issues, mental issues, uh, involved in this case. But at the same time, the crime was committed. So something, I imagine she's gonna go to jail, or she's gonna be in a mental hospital for a really long time, if not forever. It seems it's the end of Christian. So that's why I want to come and talk about that story. To me, was something that I always felt really weird about, because I felt like I could kind of relate to anytime there's like this sort of incel type of story. I feel really bad, and I feel like, man, what happens in a person's life that just causes them to be delusional and have just a lot of issues, and there's always this link to sex, this weird relationship with sex. It's almost like as Chris grew up, his child brain stayed the same, but it added the hormones and the wants and desires of a relationship with a girl, and sex and this and that, and yeah, if you go through the history, Chris is homophobic and has said racist things, and it's bad stuff. But the part that I feel bad about is the fact that this is a guy who I just don't know if he knows better, who transitions into a woman, dealing with everything that comes with that. Then you add on top the trolls who are keep tricking him over and over, and he never learns from that. That, to me, that says something. The fact that he's never learned from being trolled and tricked by somebody online, it tells me that he might not be mentally aware of what he's doing. But there apparently is documentation saying that he did know that the thing he was doing with his mother was wrong, and that he would go that he can get a lot of trouble for that. So no matter what, the crime was committed, and it's a horrible shame. And then you add on top of that, apparently, allegedly, the girl who leaked the recording, or made the recording that was eventually leaked, has all these other issues, including animal abuse, and she wanted to be the ultimate troll to Chris, and destroy his life, and just horrible stuff. And everyone's debating whether or not, if she's hot, and then there's everyone's trying to like talk about how nasty her feet look, and it's this whole thing. All these stories that never end with Christine. I can't believe everything that has happened to one person in their life. But the main thing that I want to talk about here is that we have a lot of we're not in the same place that we were before as a culture. We have issues with communication because of social media. People don't like to talk to each other as much anymore. They prefer talking online. We have people on the spectrum that maybe don't get the help that they need. We have people with mental health issues that don't get the help that they need. And everyone is trying to get noticed. Everyone is trying to be a star. I mean, I'm making these videos. I'm putting myself out there in a way. So it's like I'm falling prey to the same thing that I'm talking about here. And when you put yourself out there, you're open to a cesspool of individuals. So I think we need to keep each other in check and look out for each other at the same time. Because, as an example, Christine is not somebody who has had many people help them, or had many people look out for them, had many people guide them. And it ultimately can end in just a horrible fate. When people are in an extreme state of delusion and their minds are just in a horrible place, horrible things happen. And I don't like to talk about negativity a lot. Before it was all I'd focus on. I used to go down rabbit holes. I wanted to just see these train wrecks because to me it was fascinating. But this story and just the way that this has all progressed has made me really reflect on how the more that we focus on negativity and the more that we dwell in that state of mind, is the more that's all we're going to see in our reality reflected back to us. So my heart goes out to Christine's mother, who has dementia, who is unaware of these horrible things that have happened. And I just hope that Christine does the time that they deserve and gets the help that they need. There's a serious problem there. And there has been. And there's also a serious problem with the people that prey on these individuals, on people like Christine. We need to kind of grow up and kind of help each other out, be there for each other. It's so easy to shit on people. It's so easy to roast people. It's so easy to tear people down. And to me, that only shows how low a self-esteem we have. People that always look towards the negative, it's because that's what they see in themselves. And I'm trying to work against that. I'm trying to let go of the negativity that I've seen in myself. I'm trying to think a little bit more positively. And it's a situation like this that ultimately a lot of people are going to be they're going to be attracted to, and they're going to make memes, and it's going to be this whole funny thing. But in reality, there's nothing funny about this. The entire situation is just fucked. And I just want people to know that they are not alone. And I want people to know that stuff like this, even though it does happen, this doesn't have to be reality all the time. It doesn't have, life is not, we're not living in the fucking Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, right? You don't have to feel like that. I think there's a growing and increasing population of young kids who really feel like they're never going to be understood. Who and all they want to do is be themselves and be accepted. That has to start with you. And that is my number one advice. you can't properly be a friend to somebody if you're not a friend to yourself. We need to look out for people. We need to look out for each other. Because the more that people slip through the cracks, lose their minds, we have just horrible situations happening. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see this stuff happening. Yeah, people want their likes and clicks and clickbait and all this shit, right? But at the end of the day, there are only losers in this situation. And that's not what we're looking for. We're trying to win here. We're trying to move forward. So if you're the type of person that's drawn to this type of content, I am too, right? And everything in moderation. But let's just remember, as we go through our day, let's be aware of what we're drawn to, the kind of content that we're drawn to, and let's try and keep ourselves in a positive path. So, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you want to start a discussion about this, I'm down for that. If you want to see good content creators that cover this story and everything going on with it, I recommend Dylan Thomas. I recommend John Gaming Funtime. And there's just a lot of guys that are talking. And I recommend you go with the guys who are approaching this in a positive way, that are looking, that are not just trying to make fun and make memes and shit all over the fucking place like monkeys. All right, let's avoid that. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. King J out.